In September 2022, inside a simple hotel room, a boy with autism was being held under FBI surveillance. He had no super device, no professional equipment. The scene looked ordinary. But behind that calm, a storm was brewing. Suddenly, police stormed into the room. Cybercrime experts and agents from the U.S. Federal Bureau of Investigation, and arrested the teenager. What the investigators realized at that moment was that this teenager wasn't just a small-time hacker or an accomplice. He was the mastermind behind one of the biggest leaks in the history of video games, the GTA 6 leak. But how? And why was he already under FBI surveillance? To answer these questions, we need to go back to the very beginning. Now, back to our story. It all started with the game Minecraft, a British boy living in London with autism. At 11 years old, he didn't dream of being rich or famous. He was just a kid who loved playing Minecraft. But over time, his passion turned into something completely different. He wasn't the best player, often losing, and that's when he started looking for cheats, glitches, codes, or anything to give him an advantage. He didn't stop at tricks. He began to understand how the game worked internally, how servers operated, encryption methods, and kept improving until he discovered a security vulnerability in one of the most popular Minecraft servers. Strangely enough, at first, he didn't do anything bad with it. He contacted the server's admins to tell them about the flaw in exchange for a reward, but their reply was, "No, we don't pay rewards." That refusal became the turning point for Arian. From that moment, he decided he wouldn't play by their rules. He would write his own. By age 15, he learned something that would change his life forever. SIM swapping, a method of tricking telecom companies into transferring someone's phone number to a SIM card he owned. With this, he could hack emails, crypto wallets, or bank accounts. He also began selling zero-day exploits, secret security vulnerabilities traded deep within the internet. Arian began making huge amounts of money. By the time he was 16, he had stolen over 300 Bitcoin, worth around $27 million at the time. The FBI was losing sleep, searching for any lead to this hacker, but Arian needed a team. He formed a small group of teenagers like himself, calling it Infinity Recursion. It didn't last long. He dismantled it and started a new organization called Lapsus. Lapsus wasn't just a hacker group. It was a criminal organization. Their first major hit was Brazil's Ministry of Health. They hacked the system, took the servers offline, and left a ransom note threatening to leak 50 terabytes of data. Then they targeted media companies and telecom providers. But Arian had his eyes on something much bigger. They kept attacking large corporations in the US and UK, such as BT Group and Okta, demanding millions in ransom. Then they leveled up, hacking Nvidia, then Microsoft. And all this was done not by seasoned professionals, but by teenagers using blackmail and bribing employees. But eventually, Arian made a reckless mistake. He decided to buy the site Doxbin, one of the most infamous personal data leak platforms where stolen IDs and fake identities were sold. He bought it for $120,000, but didn't know how to manage it. So he sold it back to its previous owners for only $24,000. Feeling cheated, Arian hacked the site and leaked all its user data. But this backfired instantly. Doxbin's admins took revenge by leaking his real identity, personal photos, and even his home address. Arian was no longer a faceless figure behind a screen. He was an exposed target. In March 2022, Arian was arrested. But here's where the GTA 6 leak story begins. Due to his young age and with his lawyer proving he had autism, he was placed under house arrest in a hotel room under FBI surveillance. What they didn't realize was that Arian didn't need much to cause chaos. Somehow, he managed to get into his room a mouse, keyboard, and a small device meant for watching movies and matches on the TV. From his genius, he turned the TV into a computer connected to a hidden virtual machine, and his new plan began. He hacked Rockstar Games by sending just one email to one of the biggest companies in the world. The email claimed to be from an employee who had forgotten their password. Shockingly, a Rockstar employee clicked on it. Suddenly, Arian had access to Rockstar's secret internal system. He leaked 90 clips from the development of GTA 6, the game's source code, and massive amounts of internal data. The world was shocked, and Rockstar confirmed the disaster was real. It was easy for the FBI to track the devices Arian used, so they knew exactly who was behind it. They raided the hotel and arrested him again. This time, his age wouldn't save him. He was charged with hacking, fraud, and extortion. But due to his complex mental health condition, he wasn't sent to prison. Instead, he was placed in a psychiatric facility. To this day, no one knows when or if Arian will be released. But before being caught, he said just one sentence: "I'll be back, and the best is yet to come."